Dr. Otto and the Riddle of the Gloom beam as two detectives trying to capture Dr. Otto von Schnickik while he evades the police. So, this is technically the first Ernest movie because you look on the Wikipedia page and it shows that this is the first Ernest movie, and Ernest is in the movie. But unfortunately, the Ernest character is in the last 5 minutes of the movie, which is a negative. I forgot to write that down, but, that's a negative, so... but moving on, the positives on this movie are, it does showcase the talent of Jim Varney, who plays Ernest in all the other Ernest movies, and he plays Ernest in this one. But he gets to play a lot of characters in this movie. He stands out as Dr. Otto von Schnickik. But he's also like a pirate. He's like an aunt character, and so he just does a lot of characters, and he really stands out as all these characters, and the movie is memorable for that. Another positive is it is a very creative movie with creative sets. Dr. Otto's laboratory is pretty cool, so I like that. So just a very creative movie. It look like the sets do look kind of cool when they're built. So I enjoy that. I enjoy to look at that. That's it for positives. On to the negatives. It's really not a funny movie. I really didn't laugh. This was actually my second time that I watched this. I watched this probably a month or two ago, just to watch it. To watch it before I review it. And then I just watched it like a couple days ago. For when I'm gonna review it. And so the movie just really isn't funny. I really don't laugh. I really didn't laugh, and it's just goofy and weird. And honestly, it's a pretty dark movie. Going on, it's a total contrast of, you have some super slapstick comedy, and then it goes really dark. Because, Dr. Otto blows up his family. They play a game of Russian roulette. Someone almost kills himself with a gun. So it feels so out of place with the Ernest movies. Even the bad Ernest movies, it feels out of place, where I would almost watch some of the bad Ernest movies because they are deliberately comedies. This one feels like it's battling two different tones of being dark but then having silly comedy. Another negative is it really doesn't look good. The filmography doesn't really look good. It looked like something from 1973. It looks like something from the 70s. And I honestly got The Last House on the Left vibes from it. So that was very weird. And then, of course, you have the music, which is totally 80s. So it looks like the 70s, but sounds like the 80s. So two completely different eras, and it feels like it really doesn't work. Another negative is, I don't understand in the aunt's house that they don't realize that the aunt is Dr. Otto himself, or notice the clear robot disguised as the butler. And going along with that, I don't know why it took shorter. Why it took shorter for Doris to pass out than for Lance, because Lance drinks it, they're fine, and then they pass out, and then Doris drinks the sleep potion or whatever, and then she just immediately falls asleep. So And I think they all actually fall at the same time, because after she takes a sip, then the other two people fall down on the table, and then she falls down on the table. So it took a shorter amount of time for her to get affected by the potion, as opposed to the other two. And the last negative is, I thought the device... at the end, they showed the device, and I thought the device, like, changed Dr. Otto's appearance, but it looked like it made clones of him at the end of the movie, so it didn't really stay consistent, because I thought it was changing his appearance and not really making clones. Maybe it does both, but I'm not sure. I thought it just changed his appearance and voice. So I felt like that was a little inconsistent. So this was, and of course Ernest is at the end of the movie in the last 5 minutes, where that turns out that's Dr. Otto. And so, like, as an Ernest movie, it's not good. So as an Ernest movie, it's not good. As just a movie, or as a comedy, it's not good. So Dr. Otto and the Riddle of the Gloom Beam is actually pretty bad, and like, if this was not a part of the Ernest franchise, I never would have watched this. So I hardly enjoy it. I really don't enjoy it. So Dr. Otto and the Riddle of the Gloom Beam is actually pretty bad, and one of the worst of the Ernest franchise. Thanks for watching.